what about sexual orientation? So you have and this is an important conversation to have in our country, because we, or many of us, are ashamed that we continue to criminalize homosexuality. You have a Baba Ramdev type figure who will actually get up and say this is a disease, right? And so the moment, for some people who are prejudiced already, you trace it back to something that's genetic, they'll say, oh, maybe it can be cured, right? So you spend a lot of time on this, whether there is a gay gene, and again, there isn't a single gene, but you do talk about how genetics to some extent does steer, though not necessarily fully, sexual orientation.
So it's, and we know this from powerful twin studies.
Yes.
And we need to understand what these twin studies tell us. So the twin studies tell us that if you have identical twins, even identical twins who are separated at birth and have very different environments, the concordance, and by concordance I mean the likelihood that they will share sexual orientation, in other words, if one is homosexual, the other one will also be homosexual, is much higher than would be expected by random chance alone. Now, what does that tell us? That tells us something very powerful. That tells us that there are powerful genetic influences on sexual choice and sexual preference and sexual orientation. Now, what's important to know is that not all of it is, so it's not as if the concordance is 100%. So obviously there are overlays above genetics which ultimately determine the very particular nature of your sexual
So all
orientation.
identical twins, if one is gay, the other will not necessarily be gay.
That's correct.
That's
that's one thing that we know. And the second thing that we know is that there is no one gay gene.
Yeah.
And this goes in line with multiple other complex
How
human
does that
features.
influence the debate around criminalization? I mean, to me, whether it's choice or genetics, yeah, to some extent, I believe the state has no business criminalizing it.
In the first instant, when the news was first revealed, it was thought to be a kind of a two-edged weapon. On one hand, of course, it had relieved the burden of people who said, this is the way my body is made up, this is the way my mind is made up. So there was a great sense of relief. On the other hand, it started up this whole business of, if it's a body-based phenomenon, if it's a biologically based phenomenon, there should be some cure for it. We can take a medicine and we can change sexuality. But I think that the great nastiness and the great discrimination has now become substantially better, and I hope will continue to become better in this country. It's further back. Obviously, here it's criminalized, and criminalization is yet another, leads to another depth of discrimination, which biology would speak against. The biology would argue that it is like criminalizing some other part of variance in your body, which contains, which begs the question of, why are we criminalizing biology?